How's it going, guys? So we've been actually getting a lot of questions lately, especially throughout the hunting season. We're still kind of in the midst of some of the later season hunts, and we've been getting a lot of questions since we came out with the Brooks pack about what's different, why choose the Brooks or why choose the Vapor. The Brooks and the Vapor are two of our very common modular accessories for the frames, whether you're going with the mod frame or the Mainframe. And they are very similar, but they do have quite a few differences. So Casey and I, we've been out this fall a lot, and we've actually been with the company a long time. When we came out with the Vapors, Casey and I are both here, so we've both got to use both of these packs a lot, like whether it's been in live field situations or just testing scenarios. So I brought Casey in because I did kind of want to like have him share with you guys like why he chooses the Brooks. Because personally, I actually like to hunt with the Vapor myself. And so I just kind of wanted to get like, not necessarily a debate going, but just more of like a conversation between the two of us of why we choose, you know, the certain pack over the other. And hopefully that'll help you guys, you know, listen to some of those differences, and maybe you guys will feel a little more towards one pack or the other. So,
yeah, so I got the Brooks 3500, and just to point out, I guess both of us, it looks like, have the mod frame. So, yeah. But these packs would both work with the Mainframe as well. But this is the Brooks 3500. I have the added EMOD lid as well. The Brooks 7000 does come with a lid. But yeah, I've been liking this pack a lot. We, like Jackson said, we both were pretty heavily involved in like the development even of the version 1 of the Vapor, version 2 of the Vapors, and then the Brooks pack series. So a couple things that we, I guess, wanted to see when we were developing the Brooks from, you know, already having the Vapor. So the lid's gonna work the same. I believe like we have the same lid, right? So yep. That's not gonna be any different. The overall shape of this opening of the main compartment here is different. The zippers can pull all the way through the top here. So what I like about that is if you know that you need to grab something that's kind of towards the bottom of your pack, you can just run both zippers down and just unzip a small part there and not have to go in from the top of your pack every time. Another feature is at least on the 3500 here, like we have the separated stretch compartments here on the front panel. I don't know, I like these. I love, you know, the outside stretch compartments on pretty much all of our products because it's easy to access. The stretch allows you to really stuff those pretty full if you're kind of maxing out your pack. I usually keep a rain cover down here in the bottom one. And then depending on the trip, like right here, I have a kind of an extra little water container that I can fill up that's collapsible. A lot of times I'll run camera accessories if I'm filming the hunt on these outside pockets. The other feature that I really like about the Brooks packs is we have another stretch pocket along the right side that we designed like with a spotting scope in mind. So the nice part is you can fill your whole pack up super full, and this being stretch, you can like a stretch material, you can really stuff like a spotter no matter how full your pack is, and then it's easy to access. You can get on your spotter. And then, yeah, I usually run tripod just over the spotter there because I'm usually, if I'm pulling the spotter out, I'm pulling my tripod off as well. And then on the other side, I've been running my rifle. A lot of times I run it with a scabbard, but I did recently get a Seek and Slam, which is very similar to this rifle here. It's a small folding chassis, and with it folded, you can see, I mean, these rifles are tiny. So I usually just stuff it in the other stretch water bottle pocket here on the side. So I think those are kind of the main features of the Brooks that I've been liking.
No, those are great. I think like a couple of the key ones like that Casey pointed out, I thought that was a great point he made about, you know, getting into we kind of call these like a barn door pocket, I guess, right? On the front,
yeah,
whatever. But yeah, how you can maneuver those zippers all the way around, that is something with the Vapor that you definitely can't do. There's a stopping point at the top for each side of the zipper there. But yeah, no, and then again, like the extra features there with the organization, like Casey says, Casey's our camera guy on a lot of the hunts, so yeah, he's always got tons of different stuff. So organization, definitely probably like more at the top of Casey's list. So.
Yeah, I remembered a couple. I kind of like got through them to get to the other one. So we did add a couple just small 20 mil straps across the front. we both, you know, enjoy finding sheds, I guess. So
Yeah,
it's
you
a
find
plus.
one hunting, you can't leave it.
No, you gotta stick it on. But it's also nice, like sometimes I will just run my tripod on the back of the pack here with these straps, or glassing pad. Also, another thing we added was just basically the same kind of thing, just some small 20 mil straps here on the bottom of the packs. So I got my glassing pad here, but we've used this for tents or bulky sleeping bags.
Sleeping bags.
Especially with the 7,000, like when we're going in for a long, you know, backpack hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, I will admit this is definitely super nice to have down there.
Yeah, you can kind of put some bulky stuff or stuff you want to access quickly there.
Yep.
So
yeah. Perfect. Yeah. No, and so yeah, again, Casey definitely, he prefers the Brooks. Ever since we came out the Brooks, Casey's definitely been running the Brooks over the Vapor. And personally, you know, I obviously had the Vapor before the Brooks came out. I'm kind of somebody that don't really love change, so that's probably part of my problem. But there's also a few features that I did want to point out with the Vapor that I do think, like, in terms of like function and maybe like load carrying and just some other like, I'm not sure what anyways, you have to cut it out. But anyways, yeah, let me kind of dive into some of these details that I find are like super important. So as you can see, one thing I like to do with the Mainframes, I actually used to prefer, I would put my spotting scope down in between the Mainframe and the pack. But now with the ModFrames, we do have a lot of extra like load carrying functions to the frame. Like there's some extra straps and then that load panel in there. So it's just a lot more difficult to get the tripod to slide in and out of that space. So I like to carry my tripod like ready to rock, ready to go, just on the very outside. That way, in case I see something, I can just super quickly undo these straps, get this thing off of here, and I'm ready to go. Again, there is not a specific like spotting scope pocket on the Vapor. So, you know, you could do a lot of different options. You could kind of run your, you could keep your spotting scope on the inside of your pack and then run your tripod on the outside in a couple different ways. One thing that's important to me is actually is my water and like how I access my water and if I have easy access to it. I used to be a big bladder person, which, you know, therefore the water would be inside the pack, and the Vapors and the Brooks both have bladder carrying pockets, sleeves, so, and with ports and everything. So both of them are bladder functional. Personally though, I've just had some bad experiences with bladders popping and stuff like that, or they get frozen. So I just like going with the Nalgene's. And personally, I do like to I like to bring 2 on most all of my hunts. And one thing I do love about the Vapor right now is it has the water bottle pockets on both sides. So I don't have to like compromise my belt by running an extra water bottle pad or a water bottle pocket. And then I don't have to like, say I run out of water, I don't have to keep an extra one like buried in my pack. So
I will say, like, I showed how I have the tripod just here with the straps, but I do kind of miss having water bottle pockets on both sides of the pack. I do think that's a great feature, whether you're carrying your rifle, Nalgene's, tripod, like spotter.
Exactly.
I mean, you could even strap your spotter, really, like the head of the spotter in there and then strap down the top there. So.
Yeah, the water bottle pocket, again, like just a functionality thing. Like it's so much more than just a water bottle pocket. Like, you know, sometimes I do want to carry my trekking poles, and there's great ways to like stick your trekking poles underneath the Vapor in the frame or the Brooks in the frame. But, you know, I could also swap this water bottle out over here and use this to carry some trekking poles. Like Casey said, you know, spotting scope tripod. You know, in September, maybe you could carry a bugle tube down there. And then again, one thing back to like how I'm carrying the spotting scope here, this is a very key difference between the Vapors and the Brooks. So I'm gonna undo these right now. These are actually these straps here are the compression straps that come on the mod frame itself, and the Mainframe has 3 as well. So those are actually right now anchored to my frame. Still, they come on the frame, I leave them on the frame. I really don't ever get rid of these straps at all, ever. Because I like to compress things like my tripod and spine scope, but also it just keeps the whole pack like super compressed to your frame. But notice on the Vapor, they have their own independent like male and female compression buckle system. The Brooks, they just have the one male buckle here. So your strap with your male buckle will most likely always be compromised, like while you're just hunting, and especially while you're carrying a load of meat, because that's the main function of compressing the bag. So now the reason I like this kind of independent strap system is, again, things like we talked about. You can carry things like in your water bottle pocket here and kind of use those straps to secure them. But a big reason there is, like, say I were to unzip this pack and start packing meat, I'll still have a free female buckle here on the vapor pack to then continue to use my compression straps to, like, maybe strap my gun or my bow or something on the outside as I'm carrying meat out as well. So that's an important feature I like right there. Again, a kind of a difference between the Vapor and the Brooks. But again, back to these straps, when you're using the Brooks, like I said, your independent straps on the Brooks are always going to be in use, keeping your Brooks pack nice and compressed to your frame. So you're going to have to kind of like put these in your pack. Now, we do have field repair female buckles and extra female buckles that you can add up and down your frame. So, like, technically you could run the Brooks, buckle it to the frame, add a female buckle, 3 of them to these loops, and then you can still use these to go around the whole pack. Because, again, one reason I just really love being able to use my compression straps is because I like to just keep my pack super compressed, so I don't have, like, side to side flop. And then again, I do like to carry my spotting scope on the outside there, so, like, as you can see, nothing's really flopping around or going anywhere. If I didn't have these compression straps in use right now and I just had this pack buckled to the frame, it would be a lot tougher, especially because, again, this is a Vapor 5000, and I don't have it very stuffed out. So again, my pack of choice for, like, any, whether it's day hunting or multi-day hunting, whatever, is this Vapor 5000, because again, you can just totally compress it down to almost nothing there. I mean, this is about what a Vapor 2500 would look like. So again, being able to compress that pack with those straps is key. So yeah, those are kind of a few of my.
Yeah, I think both are great. Obviously, like, you're gonna need to decide kind of what size pack you're looking for. Like Jackson said, I mean, you can use the 5000. You can even use the Brooks 7000 for anything, because they both compress pretty well. I mean, yeah, the Vapor 5000 compresses a lot. And but if you're looking for a specific size bag, we have the Vapor in a 2500 and a 5000, and then the Brooks kind of fills those gaps with a 3500 and a 7000.
Yep.
So
yep.
I think that's something to consider too. You might be really set on a specific size pack, and that might dictate whether you're going to want to go with the Brooks or the Vapor.
Yeah. And we didn't really dive into it right now in this video. We'll get some more going, but, like, there's not a ton of key differences when it comes to, like, the inside of the bags either. Like, they're both pretty similar. So again, these features that we were pointing out here are more like functional features, like load carrying and strapping things on, and just kind of more like personal preference stuff of how you like your pack setup. So yeah, hopefully that video is useful for you guys if you're trying to decide, like, why you might choose a Vapor over a Brooks, because they're both super awesome bags, but there are some key differences there depending on the style of hunting you like to do or how you like your bag setup. So if you have any other questions on any of that stuff, definitely shoot us an email, give us a call. We'd love to make you your own video with personal questions. So yeah,
get out there.
Get out there.